Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of I Live for This. And this week, we will be interviewing a very special, controversial, some may say, queen. Maybe a true villain, if we knew her well enough to say. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to enter for a chance to win all these lovely prizes. Let me tell you what the prizes are. You get... Here we go. Two Grumpkins. There we go. Yes. Okay. You want to say it? You want to say it? Two Grumpkins. Look, that's a Grumpkin right there. If you don't know what that is, grab that. Show these people. Show these people. This is knitted. This is hand knitted by one of our friends, Jess. And she makes all of these by hands. They're very special. And she names them all. And so you're going to get one that's themed after Shontelle, one that's themed after me. You're going to be entered for a chance to win a Labubu giveaway, which is something like this. You're going to get to do your own unboxing. You're going to get a 3-month subscription to Chontelle's hair page, Patreon, to learn all the tips and tricks. A 3-month subscription to our Patreon, which has extra content. 2 of my books, my lookbook and my Christmas book. And then some plushies, plus one person is going to get a 15-minute virtual meet and greet with me and Shontelle in full high whore drag.
All the cosmetics.
All of them. All of them. Before we bring in our guest, life updates. I leave tomorrow to go to Mexico. I have one show before I go and have all of the tar removed out of my face. So, yes. So in a couple of weeks, y'all will be seeing a brand new me.
So if she shows
or maybe
up
not
with a
me,
huge
it would be even more
on her face,
girl.
It's because she has all that gauze on her head.
Or maybe it just turned even more botched, and I will never be seen by the day of light again.
She's gonna look like Deadpool when she gets out.
Girl, whatever I can make money at doing, honey. Face for podcasting, as some may say. You can start
working at the haunted houses.
Yes, girl. Well, what's new with you?
Well, I've been so busy working on hair orders. I have this really important hair order that I'm working on for Sasha Colby's strip tour, which the hair is going to be amazing. I'm super excited. It's one of the first pieces that I've done like this, so I'm still learning as I go, but I'm very confident enough to slay it. It's just something new,
Yeah.
Also, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it in here, but I just brought all my recording equipment into my actual game room again. So you can see it all, all the things, including the Barbies goodies that you bought me. Yeah, we're still remodeling, but here it is. That took literally 2 days because I had to paint. We built desks and painted them. We had to wait for that to dry, hooked that up. So just hair, remodeling, music, promoting the album, filming content, a single mom of 5, working her life like Reba.
Hello, except for you have an upper lip.
Right.
If anybody is asking why I look so tan, 1, it's because there's a shadow on me. See, I'm not as tan, but I am tan not because I have been in the tanning bed, but because I've actually been going to the beach because it's summer. I was in Hawaii.
So
I've been to the beach in Santa Monica. No. This is natural from the sun, sweetie. From the sun. So don't be coming for me. I have had to change my foundation and leg spray color, but here we are. Yes.
I live.
All right. Well, our very special guest this week is all the way from season 16. And right now, on our off weeks from interviews, we are doing reviews of this queen. And sometimes we've loved her looks and sometimes they're dog ugly. Let's welcome the very beautiful Plain Jane. How's it going?
It's good. I know I'm kind of boring, so I was playing around with what to wear. Do you guys think I should do a little...
Oh, definitely pull the pussycat wig out.
All right.
Yes. I thought you were about to put one of those fur muffs from Your People on.
No, I'm not really culturally oriented like that, I don't really have any.
Are you not? I mean, I feel like okay. This I was going to ask this question. I feel like you pull a lot from your Russian
No, I
heritage.
do. I do. Well, you have to these days. You have to, you have to have some sort of, something that stands out.
Well, because Russia is like in both Europe as a continent and Asia.
Yeah.
Do you identify as Asian or Caucasian?
Well, that's funny that you should ask. I identify as, ethnic for sure. For sure.
Yeah, wonderful,
My dad is actually from an island south of Japan, just south of Japan. So he's from the Asian part of Russia, and
So he's technically Asian, like a white
yeah,
Asian.
and my mom is from the European part of Russia. She's from Moscow. So
So you're biracial.
I
Wow.
am, I am.
Who would have known?
By ethnical,
Yeah,
whatever
and
that.
I also have a little Latin in me, a little Latin DNA in my boot.
I've heard you've had a lot
I
of
was gonna
Latin
say
DNA in
you
you,
probably
bitch.
have some DNA up in there.
Absolutely. So
Well, since your family is from Russia, um, I feel like you put the dick in dictator.
oh,
I mean, you are named after Vladimir, your people's president, huh?
well, Vladimir is actually a very common name in Russia. Like literally every other guy there, every other Russian man is named Vladimir. So I'm actually named after my middle name comes from my great grandpa, who is
Oh, okay.
coincidentally Vladimir Putin, but that's just a coincidence because it's a very common name.
Work. The SRS is screaming, bitch.
Gag.
So Vladimir is kind of like Brad here.
Sexual reassignment surgery? What's SRS?
SRS? SRS, isn't that like something like the old government of Russia?
I think you mean wait, SSSR, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know.
SS
I love that someone here knows more than Trinity because Trinity loves to go off like she be knowing things. So I'm like,
It's USSR actually. SR.
USSR, yes. And you know the only reason why I remember that now that you said it is from the movie Heartbreakers, where she's singing in that thing. Did you ever see that movie?
No, is that an old timey movie?
No, girl, you've never seen Heartbreakers with
I've never seen Heartbreakers.
what is her name? The actress from Aliens, the original.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver's the mother, and then Love Hewitt, Jessica Love Hewitt, or Jennifer Love Hewitt. Oh, girl, you got to watch it. It's a fierce. They're basically a mother-daughter duo who they're gold diggers. They go and marry rich men and then divorce them and take all their wealth. And so it's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy. It's really funny. But anyway, Sigourney pretends to be like Russian or something. Anyway, that's the only reason why I know that.
Heartbreakers?
I think it's called Heartbreakers, yeah.
Okay, I love it.
You have to watch it.
No,
it's like Mean Girls and Clueless, but before Mean Girls.
Yeah, I mean, the more vintage references I know, the more it's going to help me out on All Stars, right? So,
girl, hello. How old are you?
I'm 27. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing the fine lines and wrinkles coming in. You know.
On me or you? Because bitch, I haven't been.
Well, I can't.
I know my.
I can't see any fine lines on you because you're pixelated currently. But no, you also need to give me your injector's contacts, girl, because you are looking.
No, I don't. I'm actually going tomorrow
right now, so I don't think you want that.
I'm going tomorrow to get to Mexico to get it removed, like legit.
Oh my gosh! Why?
Yeah. Just because it's I'm 40. It's starting to be heavy on my face, and I want it smooth and yanked.
So, are you getting a little FFS done while you're at it too?
Maybe a little, little zhuzh.
Oh,
little.
I think you should, to be honest. Like, might as well. You're under the knife. You're gonna be knocked out.
Just do it.
A little Brooklyn Heights moment. a little.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to a different doctor though, so this time we can not look the same in drag because everybody's like, "Girl, I get tagged as Brooklyn all the time, and she
Really?
gets tagged as me all the time." Yeah, I think it's like the blonde hair pageanty thing. People that aren't like so um locked in on the
It's a
show,
vibe
like
for sure. It's
passerbyers.
a vibe. Do
Yeah.
you think I also fall into that sort of like pageanty, like pumped, like diva category?
No, I think you could. I think that
I was gonna
you are.
say.
I think you're very polished. And I think you're very pretty,
Mhm.
but I don't think your looks generally are pageant. I think you could though.
Okay, so the first question, we're going to keep it lighthearted. The beginning is, who is some of your drag inspirations outside of Drag Race? And like, what inspires that persona?
My drag inspirations outside of Drag Race. Honestly, it's hard to say. I mean, there definitely probably are some. Like for example, going back to the pageant thing, I love watching like Continental. Like I
Yes.
love watching those Continental. Have you done Continental, Trinity, by the way?
No, it's the only pageant that if if I would have not got on Drag Race, that would have been my next pageant that I would have done. But I didn't. I focused on EOY, the national that I won, because it took me 6 tries at like 10 years to win. So
Oh
that
god.
was my focus. I didn't. I'm not one of those girls that like bounces
Jumps
around.
around to systems.
Yeah, yeah. So that would have been my
Sean,
next one, but I'll never do another one.
you'll never do another one.
No, I'll never do it. I'll help other
Why?
people.
Why?
Because now I'm part owner of EOY, and it's kind of a conflict of interest to like try to promote my system and get girls for that, and then go and run for another one and try to promote for them. It doesn't make sense that way.
That makes sense. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Okay,
I,
next question, Shontelle. What sweet question do you want to ask her now?
What do you deem your ugliest runway, and who do you think had the ugliest runway on your season?
okay, so I mean, you'd probably expect me to say like one of Amanda's runways were probably the ugliest, but I actually think the ugliest runway on our season was Morphine's 80s runway. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys recall or have gotten there, but Morphine's 80s runway was particularly hideous to me. And and it was actually done by, I think, one of your friends, Jeffrey Kelly, who you guys, know and love. But,
oh, you don't love him?
well, no, I like most of his work, but I will say what he did for Morphine on that runway was not his best. Let's
He
just say
didn't want
that.
her to win.
Let's put it lightly. Clearly not. He definitely had vested interest in somebody else. But so and the hair that she wore for that was also so like ratty and like hideous and falling apart.
Chantel did that hair too.
No, I didn't, bitch. Don't ever try it.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
That would have been funny, though.
You know what? It's okay. Everybody starts somewhere. But I could tell that Morphine like really was feeling very self-conscious because she knew it was a chop. But I was right before her on the lineup to go out to the runway. You know how like, they line the girls up and you see the bitches like go out one by one. So I was right before her and she was giving me like the glare of like death. Like, girl, I do not want to go out there. Like, and her turn was up and she looks at me and she goes,
Oh no.
and then struts out there and like with her biggest smile and just tries to sell it. And I was really losing my shit because, honey, we all knew it was a wrap. We all knew that she looked
Curtains for her.
But yeah, that look was like my least favorite. As far as what I did, I wouldn't say that I had like the best package of all time, probably far from it, but like I did the best that I could do at the time with the means that I had. You know
Yeah,
what
of
I mean?
course.
And every look did have like I did
It
think
had a story, and you could
yeah,
tell like
yeah,
what
yeah,
you were
yeah.
doing. Yeah.
I thought everything out. Like everything was very true to me, But my least favorite, Unlike yours, probably not the jeans. I didn't mind the jeans. What I didn't like from me was I felt pretty self-conscious during the flowers runway. I
Which
remember
one was that?
I did. It was like see, it wasn't very memorable for me. It was like the Rapunzel the like
Mm.
Rapunzel cosplay that I did.
Mm.
It was
Are you pulling it up, Trinity?
I'm looking for it now.
it it was during the Rusical episode. It was the flower runway. And I remember everybody had like these insane grand looks. Like Saphira literally had like a back piece that was like a full orchid.
Oh
And
wait, it's this little dress?
it's a little dress, yeah.
Girl, this is cute. What do you mean?
It
This
was
is cute.
It was cute, but I was feeling like when I was backstage, I was feeling very much like cute next to gorgeous. Gorgeous is going to devour cute. You know what
I was literally about to say that. Yes,
I
bitch.
I was like, ooh, I feel self-conscious. And what I noticed about myself, like watching the season back, everybody's gonna, tell you all their opinions about what you do and everything. But one of the things that fans were pointing out was that sometimes on the runway I had this face on my face, and I noticed that the less confident I felt about the look that I was presenting, the more prominent that face would be. And during that runway in particular, like it was literally the entire time it was just cheesing. It was just like because
Now, with all your runways, like getting ready for the show, did you make a lot of them, or did you have someone do them for you?
I made like 5 or 6 things that I wore.
And then
And
she
were you
stole
like a
an idea.
seamstress?
Then she stole an idea from me.
Okay, well, let's hear it. Which idea did I steal?
I
Oh,
can't even see this shit. It's so pixelated.
So
So
this
that
dress is
Oh, I
a
remember
green
this 'cause I
version
sent it to you, and
of
I was
my
like,
give up dress
oh.
from EOY.
it is. It is.
And is this was made by Troy?
This was made by Troy. Yes.
Yeah, so he
So
stole the look. That fucker.
to be fair, that dress was passed down to me by somebody who probably copied your dress from
Okay.
No,
EOY.
not
She got
probably, girl.
See, that debunks it because I
it's
sent
the
it to
same.
her and I was like, what the hell? This literally looks exactly like her blue gown.
it's literally that gown but in green. I think the queen that asked Troy to make that for her was like, please make Trinity's gown for me but in green.
It is
Oh, I'm
pretty.
sure.
The green is pretty though.
It's
You
cute.
looked pretty in it.
Thank you. It was my backup look because I had this like lavender piece, but Q had lavender as her color. I was like,
Oh.
I guess I'll just wear green, knowing that the dress was just there wasn't any sort of anything behind it. It was literally just like a pretty dress. You know what I mean? I was like,
That's
I'll wear
fine
it
though. Sometimes sometimes it is just good to be gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yes.
because exactly. Now with your looks, when you said you made like 5 or 6 of them before the show, were you like a seamstress or did you just kind of make costumes just to do shows?
I really just made costumes just to do shows. Yeah. And
Fierce.
I mean, my mentality like towards drag is pretty much similar now. I don't like to spend a lot of money on drag. I like to
totally
be
get it.
more sort of like resourceful and like be more in control of the vision myself if I can.
So
I'm
is
the same
that
way.
what
If I can
happened
make it
to?
myself, that's what I do.
So because you don't like to spend a lot of money on your drag and you like to be resourceful, is that what happened when you sewed that look for your drag sister Corey King?
We were just talking about this.
Well, to be honest with you, like what I did for Corey very much like mirrored how she approached her own drag race run, which was I half-assed it.
Yeah.
So, when somebody doesn't give you like the input and enthusiasm that you need to like be excited and passionate about a project, you're not going to give it back. You know what I mean?
If you don't show you care, I don't care. Here you go.
Exactly. You're not going to like fill the gaps in for them. And Corey, when it comes to drag, Corey's approach is very different. She doesn't really care about, I mean, as you could probably tell, she doesn't really care about looks. You know what I
said
mean?
that. She said that.
Literally said that word for word.
She does not care. She cares more about like making an impact, like
Making money off of cameos.
making money off of cameos, being like memorable in other ways.
Yeah.
That includes she literally thinks that her mentality is like and approach are different from mine, because I think there is a lot of value in like creating your own drag and like making things. I
Yeah.
think that's like a big part of drag.
I love that.
Is like what you put into it. Her, on the other hand, she's like, sewing is a waste of time. A waste of time. She's I will never fucking sew a fucking thing for myself when I can get, get a bodysuit from like a sample sale on Instagram, and it's not going to like impact, it's not going to change a single thing about like.
Well, she better learn if she's trying to go to All Stars, bitch.
I agree, but you know what surprised me about Corey, knowing that she's like literally never operated a sewing machine before in her life, she actually kind of like pulled some shit out of her ass on her season, honestly. Like they were garments, so
they were something. You're talking about that yellow fur thing? Oof.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't like a Lala Ree bag, stapling a bag.
No, you're right. It was not the worst thing we've ever seen.
At least when you looked at it, you were like, okay, this is a look.
Yeah. It was like, okay, like she's definitely, like, this is definitely like a baby drag queen, like, second time in drag is like generous to call it this, but like,
So is she your drag sister, or are you like technically her mother?
She's my drag sister because she didn't want me to be her mother.
Oh, well, damn.
Yeah, I feel like you should just be my daughter, and she was like, no, that's not what this dynamic is, honey.
Oh, damn.
And well, that would have been a very large child to come out of your
exactly.
You would have some vaginal rejuvenation surgery.
Exactly, it would be, and it would probably be a mess.
Didn't you do a runway with all the babies?
I did. Yeah, I did. That was a really fun runway. Actually, I loved doing that runway because. And
why were all of your babies white? Couldn't you have been a little bit more diverse?
That's what I was wanting to ask that, but I didn't know how to ask that.
That's actually an excellent point.
It's very Russian of you.
I really should have. I didn't even think of that. I really should have had like.
It's the insensitivity.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. You're right, and I would like to apologize to all the marginalized communities that I offended with my white babies. So it won't happen again.
We'll pass that along to Raven. Okay. We heard that you're going to be on the next season of House of Villains.
Yeah, speaking of Raven, sorry, I don't know why me and my friends like revisited her like old Grindr profile the other day. But anyways, yes,
you saw that? Ooh, I saw it somewhere too. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Was it good?
She said something like no chocolate, no rice, or something like that. But I don't know if this is AI, because AI is crazy these days.
Yeah, she was just talking about her like food preferences. But anyways, we don't have to get into that. Yes,
we're not getting into that. We love Raven over here, but at the same time, I don't know enough about that situation to be like, hey, yeah. So next question, Shontelle.
Well, first off, I do want to say I appreciate you saying that you like the fact that like you get to make your own things, because you get to like really showcase who you are. I believe that too. Like, I am a strong believer of like, obviously not everybody can do it, but I think that like it's important to be able to like make some things, because then you can like really represent who you are as an entertainer, rather than kind of relying on someone else to make you something. And 9 times out of 10, when they make it for you, you never really get exactly what you want. Let's be honest.
For sure.
So,
yeah. The struggle is real with these US based designers. That's why I've been thinking I need to go to the Asian designers.
Oh, they're fierce.
Y'all see Marina Summers shit, and it's and that should cost her like 3 times less than whatever the US.
Well, what's like cool about all of them is that they have so many more resources. They have the rhinestones, they have the feathers, they have all the, we're all trying to, pay for the tariffs to get the shit over here,
True.
But anyway,
House of Villains.
All my questions.
Oh, yes.
You erased all your questions?
Tell us more about it. I went to go pull up my thing, and I literally erased all the questions.
Wow.
It's fine. We can spitball. Can I just say before we get into House of Villains? Okay, I don't think I've like formally gotten a chance to um tell you, Trinity, about my favorite Trinity thing that you've ever done on Drag Race. So
Oh, tell me.
will you allow me to tell you? Okay. So so I started drag after season 10 aired, which is kind of crazy. But
Ooh.
yeah. So I've been doing this now for like 6-7 years, something along those lines. But um when season 9 was airing, I don't think I had started drag yet. I think I was just like playing with makeup. And my favorite thing from Trinity on that season, honey, because after Valentina left, I was Team Trinity, honey. I had no one else to really root for. But
Damn.
was her lip sync to "I Want to Go" with Charlie Hides, because what everybody else seemed to like be gagging at during that lip sync was, Charlie just standing there, honey. I was gagging at Trinity. I think that is Trinity's peak lip sync on Drag Race.
Well, that
Good.
as you know, being on Drag Race, like you don't get to decide what songs you perform. So like
Yes.
that is one of the very few songs that would have been in my wheelhouse that I've done. And I've been one of the queens that have lip synced the most, not because I was in the bottom. I've only lip synced because I was in the bottom once, and that was on season 9. The rest of them have been because I've been in the top, or a Lollapalooza. And almost all of the lip syncs I've ever done are not stuff that I would not naturally do. So it's like trying to get your groove in a song that you're just not feeling it's hard to do. But like the Britney Spears one was something in my wheelhouse that I was like, oh girl, done. So
Yeah, that was kind. I just wanted to put that out there because I still go back to that and I'm like, honey, peak Trinity. Peak Trinity with that massive synthetic wig. That massive synthetic wig, honey, that you were flipping. It was kind.
She
Well,
lived.
thank
That
you,
was like her holy
darling.
grail for the synthetic wigs.
Well, I didn't know what Charlie was doing, because like we up until that point, there was only like the 3rd episode, so I didn't know how she performed. She could have been doing splits and shit. I had no. I wasn't
No,
focused on her,
ma'am. You
and
knew
so I
she
was
was
like, "Girl, I'm
not.
staying. I am not going home."
The fact that
So
she quite literally gave nothing was kind of gaggy. That I don't think that has ever happened in like Drag Race ever again.
girl,
Well, Valentina did it. Remember, she didn't know the words.
Oh, I get. Oh,
yeah,
I get. Yeah.
She was just like,
and,
here we are.
and Charlie just gave so many excuses. That's what annoyed me the most. Is like, girl, you ruined an iconic moment for me because, like you said, it was a great lip sync for me.
It
And
was.
if she would have just gave something, it would have, been more memorable. But she took that away from me.
Yeah, because now I feel like when people think of it, they think of Charlie Hides. But I
Yeah.
honestly feel like that was like obviously one of your best lip syncs. Even like the one with the high cut Troy costume. You know what I'm
High
talking
cut
about
Troy
for the
costume.
finale?
Oh, girl, that one was a disaster because Troy, for the lip sync with I did against Peppermint for the finale of season 9, Troy made this costume and the fabric didn't stretch, and he made me this tiny, tiny, tiny skirt that attached with clips, like snaps. And so I was going to rip it off at a specific time. Well, girl, it was so tight, it was about to pop off. I had to rip it off so it didn't look like a mistake. And obviously it was way too early for a reveal of anything. So it just was what it was, that. And then the fact that Shontelle made this hair just flopping down in my face the whole
Bitch, you wanted
time.
dance hair. What the fuck else you want?
Yeah, well, girl, she wasn't dancing because she was dancing all down my face.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You wanted shit last minute, you got last minute. Just like Plain Jane said.
Baby,
When
there
you
was no
show
last
you don't
minute. You were
care,
so
I
excited.
don't
We
care,
bought your plane
bitch.
tickets to come there to dress me and everything. I don't want to
And
hear
you
it.
had me do this hair the night before. Actually, no, you had me do it the day of, Mary.
And girl, you be doing hair the day of all the time and shipping that shit right out.
That was also like 50 years ago, bitch.
You're right.
there's
You're right.
still, there's Still some animosity there, clearly.
Speaking of, okay, so we're in our villain era right now, yelling at each other. Talk to us about House of Villains.
Yeah, tell us more.
Well, I mean, I can't say much because it obviously hasn't aired yet, and I'm flying to LA for like some confessional pickups, like in a few days.
What is your like? I guess you can't really say what your goal was going in because you don't want to give too much away.
To it.
But what's your approach going into it? Like, are you going to be like tactful? Like, what's the tea?
I'm definitely going to be a little tactful, yes, because it was a very different format from Drag Race. You know what I mean? Drag Race, like you actually get to like fight to stay, and to in like a very like tangible way. Like you need to do well in the challenge. That's up to you, and then you need to do shit. You lip sync for your life, and that's also like all on you, right? But here, it all depends on like the game and like
it's just chaos.
Other people voting you out, so it is very chaotic and unpredictable. And obviously these aren't like skill-based games that we're playing, like whatever games they insert into the contest. They're like very random, like chancy games. You know what I mean?
Everything. I feel like House of Villains is like all kind of all luck. It really is. Because even if you're really nice to people, they will stab you in the back because it's the House of Villains.
Exactly. So I played the game that I was trying to play. I was trying to make as many like alliances that I could, but again, it was hard because everybody's scheming. It's not just you that's scheming, it's everybody that's scheming. And let me tell you something, Drag Race villains, it's a different breed when it comes to heterosexual people on reality TV and their villainy, because a drag race villain, you're like a shady diva who told somebody that their dress was ugly or something.
Yeah.
But if you're like a reality
professional,
an actual villain, like these people are actually
horrible people.
They're actually sick in the head. You know what I mean? So they will literally like sell their fucking firstborn to Satan in order to get ahead, like type bitches. So
is there someone specifically on the show that you like seriously could not stand? Like you did not like them at all?
Could not stand. I did get into it with one person in particular. I'm not gonna like spoil too much. But
you don't have to.
Shit definitely hit the fan at one point, and
that's kind of weird because I feel like I've seen you like read somebody, like you say, Drag Race drama where you're like, mama, your dress or your wig line, but like I can't see you like raising your voice, like being crazy. So did you do that?
Yes, I did. And
so we're gonna see a different side of you.
You definitely will. You'll see all sides of me. In fact, honey, the cameras were everywhere. That's another thing that was like very unusual. You live in a house it's very like Big Brother style with cameras in your fucking bedroom, up your asshole, up your
work. Okay.
So you kind of never shut off. Like how like cameras go down during Drag Race and you can like be a normal human and like interact with people like a human being. Here, the cameras never turn fucking off, so you don't know what's going to be used, what isn't going to be used, so you're kind of always on, and like everybody in the house is always on.
Yeah,
granted,
I'm sure that's mentally exhausting.
It was draining, but I will say it was harder. It was harder than Drag Race. It was more difficult.
Let me ask this: this isn't something that's going to like spoil anything, but like, on the House of Villains, do people fuck with people's like personal belongings? Or are there rules? Are there rules against that?
I don't know if there are rules, but everybody was pretty like respectful to everybody's personal belongings.
Okay.
And
all right.
I feel like the nature of our season as well, there were a lot of like snakes in the grass. Like there weren't, shit didn't really like explode until it exploded. For the most part, everybody was trying to play like a very quiet, sneaky
behind
game.
the scenes game. Yeah. Undercover, which we will see. So basically, most of at least at the beginning, is going to be all confessional, behind the scenes, like shade. But
will, or like one-on-one, You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
you go to this person, you give them a little slice of tea, honey. You go to somebody else, you give them another little slice of tea, honey. Um,
So you're going
Yes.
to film confessionals, you say, like, I guess soon.
It's
So
pickups.
how long did the show go? Like, ago?
so we filmed for 3.5 weeks, I want to say.
Hmm. So
Um,
this was like a year ago or like 6 months?
this was this year. This was this summer. I think it was like we left. No, we finished filming like mid June. So
So how do you go back and remember like all the things that happened verbatim to like talk in the confessionals?
I mean, I guess they're gonna jog my memory,
Yeah,
but I remember everything.
they'll probably
Oh,
prompt
okay.
you like a lot of times like with pickups and stuff cuz like with it's not the same thing but like with reality TV I did that celebrity worst cooks in America where we had to film they did the strike in the middle of the season and so we had to
Mm.
go film the rest of the season like almost a year later. So the pickups that we had to do, they would prompt us of, hey, this is what happened, this is what you said, do you remember this? If not, they would show like a clip to
Mm.
like jog our memory. So that's probably what's going to happen, like something like that. But it's not been that long ago where you wouldn't remember like certain things, I'm sure.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I remember everything for the most part. And what's interesting is that I think that they House of Villains in particular, they're like kind of like a newer up and coming like reality TV show. I think what they're doing is super fun, and I do really actually like the show. But they want to get like drag queens involved. They're really working towards having like at least one queen like for the foreseeable seasons. They're like sort of.
Who do you think would be a good villain that hasn't been on yet?
Well, I mean, of course, it's kind of a no-brainer to say Mistress, especially after the shit that she pulled on All Stars. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
She
yeah.
was
I
like,
feel like she would be sickening because she just don't give a fuck,
no,
honey.
no,
She would be
she would be,
unhinged on there, and they would let her be.
she would
She'd be
be,
like that bitch that y'all ain't get no sleep because of me.
she would
She'd be
be
like
great.
that.
She would be great. I will say though, like, Mistress needs to be a little careful, honey, because my advice to her would be just be a little bit more accommodating because it's not a drag show. You know what I mean? They don't have like helpers and people like helping you stick your dick up your ass and like all of that. So you kind of
Yeah.
have to be like patient with people and you can't like be like a villain to the crew because
Oh.
Oh,
that
yeah.
gets tired. That gets tired quickly. But
Are
yeah,
you
So
saying that she does that,
are
or
you
are you
saying
just saying
Mistress
that
is
like
really like that?
I've heard things, honey. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
I was like,
Okay,
tell me.
Geronimo, cut out the second part and only keep in the part where she says, "I've heard things, honey," and that is going to be how
Oh my
we
goodness.
advertise this show. Um, anyway, enough of House of Villains. What else do you have, Shontelle? Do you have any more questions?
No, we could just go into controversial countdown.
Okay,
Ooh, let's
so
do.
we all want to know. I mean, I'm sure you've talked about this probably a million times. I know Roxy personally, and I know the type of queen that she is. Like as a professional, she takes everything really serious. What was going through your head? And I'm sure you've answered this before, but I don't recall hearing it. What was going through your head when you went out there to like interrupt her number? Obviously, you didn't mean to it to turn into what it did, but like
Yeah.
what was going through your
I,
head?
I just thought it was going to be like a funny, cute little moment on, just another memory to be made on this long ass tour. And we would all just laugh and kiki about it, honey. But, you
The
know,
one thing, listen, the one thing that I've learned, because I was on cast and I did that with one of my castmates, and I was like, oh, she'll be fine. And she did exactly what Roxy did, bitch. And I'll tell you what, I learned my lesson.
yeah. Yeah. Listen, life is all about, making mistakes and learning from them. And, I know now that, honey, do not
You
interrupt
can't
the
fuck
ball.
with the dolls.
Do
What did
not
Roxy
interrupt.
say to you after she got off stage?
I want to know. Tell me word for
um,
word.
well, bitch, she wasn't even looking at me, honey. She was just screaming,
Ooh.
bloody murder.
Yeah.
She let it be known, honey, that she has never experienced such unprofessionalism in the entirety of her 50-year drag career. And she let me have it, honey, and she instilled the fear of God in me, mama, because I was like, she's gonna
Roxy's very intimidating when she gets in those zones.
I was like, mama, she's gonna call the tour manager and get me like kicked off this fucking tour, bitch. Like I was gagged. I was a little very gagged. But she cooled down. We were able to resolve things. I apologized. I got her a little bouquet of flowers, and I got her favorite snacks. Swiss
You said
rolls.
it. Listen, I'm here to make it clear.
I absolutely did, and I got her favorite snack, Swiss rolls. Do you guys like Swiss rolls?
Swiss rolls, those chocolate ones with the cream in the middle. No,
Absolutely.
That's her favorite.
That's her favorite. So if anybody's listening and you guys have a Roxy meet and greet coming up, make sure you get her a big box of Swiss rolls, because those are Mama's favorites.
Work. So. Okay. All right. My next question.
Speaking of drag, my next question, because you asked that question. So
okay, you go.
One of my questions that Trinity had brought up, and I'm really curious. So she said that there's a rumor that you've slept around with some Rue girls or a Rue girl.
I heard this. Is this true?
Like, who?
Which Rue girl specifically?
No, we want to know who. No, we want to know who it is.
Who said this, honey?
I just saw it posted somewhere. I don't know if it was like in joking or if it was serious.
Mama, the Abbey has been talking. The streets of WeHo have been chattering. No, I haven't. No, I am like in that camp, no pun intended, of people who I find drag queens kind of repulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
the same way, I will never date a drag queen or be with one.
Yeah, it's not for me. I don't like it.
First off, I don't want to be sharing my costumes. I don't want to be sharing makeup. I don't want to be sharing all this. Listen, drag is already a lot of work to get into it and be all that. I don't want to have to live with one and then talk about that 24/7.
I'm not going to name names, but I have had sex with an alumni. Not a U.S.
Well, you can't bring it up and not say it.
Not a U.S. alumni, and this was before they were on Drag Race. I did not know that they were a drag queen.
Okay, can you give us a little hint though?
Girl, there's 1,000 of them. You'll never guess it, even if I gave you a hint.
Well, can you give us like the franchise they were on?
I honestly don't know if it was Spain, France, or Netherlands.
Oh, you know it was big, bitch.
I will tell you this. Their ethnicity, they were Spanish.
Spanish. Okay.
And that is it. That is all you get from me.
Okay, but it wasn't.
It was hot though, and it was good, and this was years ago.
Okay, I'm writing this down so I can do my little Nancy Drewing later.
You're gonna see her on Twitter.
You'll never find it. You'll never find it. But the drag is fierce.
Their drag is fierce.
It's fierce, honey. Oh yes, and they're very, very, very handsome. At least I think they're very handsome.
Now, one more thing was English. Were they an avid English speaker, or could they not like?
Oh no, yeah. I don't speak any other. I barely speak English, so they were able to communicate perfectly with me. Yeah, they speak perfect English.
Okay, Drag Race France.
Girl, I'm not going to tell you even if you guess it. This isn't about me. I was just giving you. Giving you a little. Since we asked you that question.
She said something. So you haven't slept with any. You don't prefer drag queens.
I don't prefer them. I really shouldn't write all queens off because, of course, there are like attractive guys that do drag.
Mm-hmm.
Very few and far between, I might add. But yeah, and I do now that Trinity mentioned international, I do actually think there are some like international girls that are cute. I think that the men abroad are like hotter than the U.S. men.
Yeah, obviously.
Just statistically speaking, so it's bound to happen. But Yeah, I don't know. Like, even the fact that they like do drag, that in itself is like a turn off. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like, you want to put on a wig and be a sissy, honey? You're
Right. It's a lot.
Well, baby, there were no wigs involved, and he was not a sissy then, or they. I don't know what they identified, but girl, it was not a sissy moment.
well, there. See, the thing is that there are pit crew abroad that have done Drag Race. You know what I mean? Like pit crew on international franchises that have like years later become queens and done Drag Race. So was it that kind of situation? Was it a pit crew member?
No, no, no. They are definitely a drag queen. Yeah.
Mama,
Anyway, moving on from this. What other question do you have, Shontelle?
So, okay, here's a good one. So, on your season, you obviously did not get along with the mandatory meeting. You were like, girl, you're busted, whatever. So, do y'all get along now? Like, what is your relationship with
Hold
her?
on, wait. Before you answer that, I want to know why you chose to confront
something?
Amanda so many times throughout your season until she got eliminated, and then answer Chantel's.
Yeah.
I know it might have seemed like I was kind of like
No,
singling her out.
didn't, baby. We saw. It didn't seem you had a vendetta against Miss Amanda, sweetie.
Really, I really didn't. It was just after that first nasty sort of like interaction that we had. Mind you, this was our first interaction. The untucked where, you know, we got into that little verbal altercation. After that, there was just like stale air between us, and it wasn't that like literally every chance that I got, I like, you
Oh, it
know,
sure came
said
across that
something.
way. I guess that was edit. You're
I was gonna
blaming
say,
the
the way
editing
they
then?
edited you, bitch.
Well, there are 24 hours in a fucking day. Okay, there were a lot of other interactions that were had other than just that. Okay, they just
Yeah.
got the right
They
moments.
chose the best moments
Yes, but
instead of the stale air.
yeah, it was just like it was ever since that like initial confrontation that occurred. We just clashed, and off camera, like I tried to like I apologized. They didn't really show me like really apologizing on camera, but I did like
That's
apologize
not
to
your
her
brand, baby.
because yeah, especially in the throughout the entirety of the season, I feel like I have no complaints about my edit, mind you. I feel like they did a perfect job with me. They like, you know, it started out a little harsh, and then it kind of like dissipated, and they like gave you the full picture of who I was. I was not mad at that at all.
Yeah.
But especially because I was harsh in the beginning, and I learned like filming was very much a learning process for me, and I learned to scale back because I didn't want to just be that person, because I'm not just that person. I'm a lot of things, you know. So I wanted to share my story and to share it in its entirety, not just like, oh, this bitch is just shady. Because we're a lot of drag queens are shady. We're all, you know, we all have our thoughts and opinions, and we all like to throw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, with the Amanda situation. Ever since that first thing, even after like I apologized to her on camera, there was still, I could still tell there was still like bad blood, and our personalities just clashed in general. Amanda she's like a, you know, she's a loud girl. She's, you know, a personality, and um I'm a little bit, you know, maybe it might not seem that way, but I am a little bit more reserved. I don't know. We just had clashing personalities, and especially after that big blowout in the beginning, we were just never destined to get along on camera. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I like harbor no residual animosity towards Amanda. Like, I wish her
Have
well.
y'all resolved it? Do y'all
That's what I was
talk?
gonna say. Like, how do y'all feel now?
We don't talk, but like, I'm sure if we saw each other, we'd be like, hey girl, like, you know, how's it going?
My question now is, though, I don't know if we asked you this already, but would you do All Stars again, or would you do it?
I would do All Stars again, but I don't know. I don't currently have that like burning desire to go back to onto All Stars like I did for Drag Race in general, for like just like being on a regular season of Drag Race. Like before Drag Race, that's all I wanted. You know, I was like so driven and so focused to make this my career and to get on this show.
Yeah.
And now that it is my career and that I've done that, I don't currently have like a burning, like, oh my gosh, I need to go back to All Stars and show how much I've improved. because sure, like I've definitely, my drag has definitely improved, and I could definitely like showcase like how much more polished I've gotten, like how my point of view has changed. But I did amazing my first season, and I think that even though it wasn't like as polished as I am now, I guess, like I
How would you feel if she came back with you on on an All Star season and like because Amanda's gotten pretty good. She's grown.
okay, yeah, I mean, I that's a take. I,
She's progressed and she's gotten to the next level
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. I I
How would
wouldn't.
you feel if she
do you think you would
sent you
slay her?
home? Like, what if you went home first and she was the
That's what I'm
reason?
getting. I'm trying to
I
like
wouldn't.
evolve this
If
conversation.
I was to go back on All Stars and see Amanda, I would not personally mind. I do think, however, that based on like, I think that Amanda probably wouldn't. That wouldn't really be conducive to like her feeling the most comfortable, because it was an uncomfortable situation between the two of us on our season. You know what I mean? I personally, I would not really care, because that would, I don't think that would ultimately affect my like performance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
That being
yeah.
that being said, yeah, if Amanda sent me home, that would be literally the embarrassment of the century. I could not let
Wow.
that I could not let that happen under any circumstance. I
So,
mind
Amanda,
you,
if you're watching, she is still calling you trash. Just so you know, we're clearing it up right now. She
Literally.
just said that you are trash and that
no,
you are beneath her, and she said you can never send her home because you are not that girl.
no, I want to extend that statement beyond just Amanda sending me home. If anybody sent me home, that would be the embarrassment of the century, because I was top 3 my season. If I go back to All Stars and don't make it to the final or win, that in my book would be a disgrace. A
Yeah, I mean,
big,
I
big,
felt that way. I felt that way too, going back to All Stars and then All Winners.
a waste of time, girl. It would be a waste of my fucking time. So
Yeah,
that it's not necessarily like a fear
I
that
feel
I
like it wouldn't be a waste of time because I feel like regardless, you could go on and you could use it as a business move and you could
I
make,
think it just depends on.
your
I think it
booking
depends on.
fee, whatever.
I think it depends on the format. Like this format that they've been doing lately, girl, it has nothing to do with if you're good or not. Like it's all strategy. So it's like you got
Mhm.
to pull the strings. Like somebody not great could get to. We saw it this past season. Could get to the last bracket. Girl, no tea. It's true. And not be deserving or one of the better girls and still make it, and then just because of strategy or because you're friends or because of whatever, because it's all points driven, like you're racking up the points. So just if you decide to go while they're doing this bracket thing, you better be doing what you did, learn your lessons on House of Villain, on how to work these relationships.
Relationships.
I guess I see your point, but I think like regardless of what your strategy is, I think that Drag Race, the name of the game, is more so like you need to succeed in the challenges, because if you don't, then it's a wrap for you either way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, not
I,
necessarily with this past season. Some of the girls made it, even though they were.
I yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All Stars, like, I'm just not super enthusiastic about like the direction that All Stars has been going, and that doesn't make me super enthusiastic about coming back. Granted, I do want to come back. You know, it's you're on TV again. You know, you get all these little like clubs want you back again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good little returning circuit for the girls, but um I'd really have to it's something that I'd really have to like think about and consider, and it's something that I would want to do in order to like show my growth, as opposed to like
Just
just
getting
to like
on, just to get on. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
like I want to go back there with like the intent to like win, to like
Yeah.
kill it, and so
Yeah.
Well, we have reached the 1 hour point. So we are done with the interview today. Do you have anything that you want to plug that, other than the House of Villains? Anything else coming out that you want to plug for yourself?
well, there's at least 15 minutes of dead air, because I was booted a few times, but
Oh, we're
I
going to
love
keep
it.
all of that in. We're keeping it all in.
Thank you guys for having in. All I would like to say is that do not go to the Butt to King tour. It's going to be a waste of your money. It's going to be a waste of your time. Lydia, Corey, and Susie are all baby booger queens, and they're grifters and they're scamming the lesbians. So
Damn.
do not go to their scammy tour, and go to my shows instead, honey. Okay,
Work.
support true legends, true talent. I'll be in Boise Pride this weekend. I will be at GAY in London this month as well, and I will be in Pittsburgh too. So come through to my shows and do not go and support Corey King. Okay, honey, she doesn't deserve it. That being that being said, no, I'm working on a few exciting projects, but I'm not to reveal those yet. So yeah, there's nothing that I really care to plug. I really appreciate you guys for having me. I think both of you are sickening.
Oh, thank you. We had a blast with you.
Yeah, you're so great. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you do. I'm excited
I'll
to
be
watch
honest,
House of
I didn't know
Villains.
what to expect like going into this because I was like, I don't know, because you're a wild card. So I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, is she gonna be fucking awkward or is she gonna be cool as
No,
hell?
I love it.
And
I loved it.
you were fun. I had a blast with you.
Yeah.
I saw Trinity actually at the Pink Pony Club recently.
Oh yeah, I saw you at the Abbey.
Yeah.
You were a little faded. Who were you with? You were with from Mirage.
I was with Mirage and Trinity. You were sitting in like this little section with Spice, and Spice was out of drag and
Yes.
all up on your tug, honey. She was all up on your tug.
Girl, she was trying to. This is some insight. She was trying to. I guess she's best friends with Farrah, and girl, the entire time she was sitting with me, that's all she talked about. She wanted to get all the tea, my side of the story of why me and Farrah hate each other, and she was like trying to resolve this. She's like, "Y'all can still be friends. Y'all can still be friends." And girl, like, I feel like she was like one step away from speed dialing Farrah. Like I literally felt that. But yes, I think that she was very sweet. She was very complimentary. She was very drunk. And I had a fun time. I had a fun time with everybody.
Did it work? Did y'all and Farrah get back together?
No.
Oh no. I wish Farrah well from a distance.
Okay.
I think she's gorgeous. I think she's very talented with makeup. I think she would do great with like podcasting and stuff like that because she's very opinionated.
So you're saying that she's got a radio face?
But no, she's beautiful.
I know, I'm just kidding.
But I don't think we will ever be friends again, not unless she like genuinely apologized to me. And I think she probably feels the same way. So, we're going to cut our losses and move on.
Yeah.
Well,
yep. But that does conclude. Yes, that does conclude today. Thank you so much, Ms. Plain Jane, and I hope you have fun on your tours, and hopefully we'll get to work together soon.
Yeah, I hope to get to
keep
work
in touch.
with both of you. Absolutely,
love her.
Loved
she's
her.
Funny.
Yeah, she's really funny. I like. She's very like in depth with her answers, which is good when you're asking somebody questions. She really wants to answer in depth, and
I like that she's funny, but when it comes down to questions, you could tell that she likes to lock in and like really give you a good answer.
Yeah, I loved it. I think everybody listening now probably is appreciating how thorough she was. It wasn't a wishy-washy.
And when I say like I thought that it was gonna be fucking awkward, like I didn't mean like where. You know how some interviews go. Like you just feel like there's no chemistry. It's just gonna be like really hard to get things to flow. That's kind of like where I was going because she has such a wild card personality. You just never know what you're gonna get with her. So I didn't know what to expect going into this, but she genuinely really did make the interview fun. She got along with us. It was fun. She's a good time gal.
I feel like we've done really good at like getting guests that vibe with us lately.
Yeah, and the guests seem to be super fun and appreciative that we're bringing them on. So that makes us feel good. I mean, it makes me feel good because I feel
Yeah,
like we're
same.
doing things, girl. We're moving on.
Yes,
We're moving
word.
right
High
up,
five.
girl.
I live for this.
Yes.
I live for this interview instead of review.
Right.
Anyway, thank you all for listening. That has been our podcast this week. You will see us next week for a whole new I Live for This. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Go follow Shontelle on all of her pages. They can go follow you on Twitch to watch your streams when and how and who and what time.
Twitch.com/Shontelle Sparkles. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And last but not least, do not forget to please, please, please stream my new album, Butterfly Effect. It is my debut EP, and there's 5 songs in there. And just go support it, listen to it. Tell me it's
And to
good, tell me it's bad.
leave
I
in the
don't care.
leave in the comment the name of your favorite song of
Yes,
the EP.
please.
Leave a comment. We want to do a poll. So tell us what your favorite song is. Until next time, we'll see you later. Let's go.